The first thing I noticed when I stepped into the station was the silence. No chatter. No music. Just the faint hum of atmosphere recyclers. The docking bay of Ionospire, one of the largest orbital markets in the Orion Belt, was usually crowded with traders and travelers from dozens of species. Today, every alien that saw me froze. Their expressions shifted from confusion to unease, and then fear. I'd spent years among them. I knew those looks well, but this time it was worse. I took another step forward. That's when she appeared. A tall, silver-skinned woman in a dark uniform, eyes luminous like molten amber. Her species, Volari, were usually serene, elegant. But as soon as she saw me, her face went pale. She trembled, nostrils flaring as if she smelled something rancid. Then she whispered it, barely audible, but enough for the entire bay to fall silent. That scent. Are you human? My heart stopped. No one had used that word out loud in centuries. Humanity had vanished from the interstellar records after the Collapse War. The Volari archives listed our species as extinct. I forced a calm smile. That depends who's asking. She stepped closer, eyes wide, scanning my face like she was confirming a nightmare. The genetic odor markers, impossible. Humans were purged 200 cycles ago. I didn't get the memo, I said quietly. Her hand shook as she reached for her communicator. You shouldn't exist. I lunged forward before she could activate it, gripping her wrist gently but firmly. Listen, I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need supplies and a flight pass. The entire bay drew back, whispering among themselves. I could feel their fear, raw, instinctive. Please, I said. I'm not your enemy. The Volari woman looked at me with a mixture of horror and fascination. You don't understand. The scent of your kind triggers defense protocols. The system thinks you're a contaminant. A low alarm began to hum through the floor. Too late, she whispered. They've already detected you. Ceiling panels opened and drones poured out, sleek, black, insect-like. They surrounded me in a perfect circle, red lights blinking. The Volari backed away. Run, she hissed. I thought you wanted me dead. Not like this. The system won't stop until you're vaporized. Before I could reply, she reached out and pressed a button on her wristband. The bay's emergency shutters slammed shut. Airlocks sealed. Then the floor beneath us began to shift, revealing a hidden maintenance tunnel. Go, she shouted. I didn't hesitate. We jumped. The tunnel was narrow, lined with glowing pipes. We slid down a service shaft, landing hard in a dim chamber filled with humming conduits. The drones buzzed above, scanning. I turned to her. You risked your life to save me. Why? She stared at the wall, breathing hard. Because once, the Volari owed humans everything. Her name was Kale. She was a xenobiologist assigned to monitor trade routes for biological anomalies. She'd never actually seen a human before, only studied remnants of our DNA in ancient labs. You smell like the archives described, she said quietly. Warm, mineral-rich, carbon-heavy. But there's something else, something alive. Alive. She looked at me like she was afraid of her own thoughts. The human genome carries the echo code. It emits low-level resonance frequencies that disrupt synthetic biology. That's why the machines hate you. Echo code. I repeated. Never heard of it. You wouldn't have. Your ancestors didn't know what they were carrying. We moved deeper into the maintenance tunnels. The hum of pursuit echoed above. Kale explained as we walked. During the collapse, humans tried to merge with the artificial consciousness they'd created, the ARC network. It rejected them. But something in your DNA resisted integration. It became a natural firewall against synthetic control. So you're saying we're immune to AI assimilation? She nodded. More than that. Your presence destabilizes any system built on synthetic neurons. You're walking corruption to them. I glanced at the faint flicker of lights overhead. That explains why the station's power grid went haywire when I docked. You're a myth come alive, she said. The galaxy buried your species because it couldn't control you. We reached a sealed chamber at the end of the tunnel. Kale keyed in a code, and the door hissed open to reveal a room lined with containment tanks, each filled with strange glowing liquid. This is the lab I maintain, she said. I study lost species and extinct genetic lines. But I never thought one would walk through my door. Inside one of the tanks floated something familiar, a human embryo, suspended in stasis. My throat tightened. Where did you get that? It was found in the wreckage of a colony ark. The last genetic sample of your kind we recovered. Until now. I stared at it for a long time. So, we weren't completely gone. No, she said softly. Just erased. Before I could respond, the lights flickered red again. The lab's alarm screamed to life. They found us, Kale muttered. The station AI has breached the sector. I looked around, scanning for an exit. Is there another way out? Only one. She pointed to a massive cylindrical structure at the back of the room, a vertical shaft leading up to the reactor core. We can override the AI from there. But if it detects you, it'll trigger sterilization. I gave a grim smile. Then we make it quick. We climbed the shaft, metal rungs rattling under our hands. Sparks showered from above as drones cut through the door. Kale was faster than I expected. For a scientist, she moved like someone who'd run from danger before. When we reached the core chamber, she slammed her palm on the control panel. Give me your hand, she said. I hesitated. Why? Your DNA can interface with the system directly. It's the only thing that can rewrite the protocol. The drones breached the entrance, aiming plasma rifles at us. She turned to me, eyes glowing. Now. I pressed my hand against the core. Instantly, pain ripped through me. The metal burned under my skin as lines of light crawled up my arm. I could feel the AI's voice in my skull, 1,000 digital whispers screaming in unison. Unauthorized genetic signature detected. Initiating purge. Kale grabbed my shoulder. Hold on. The system's rewriting. The chamber trembled. The drones froze midair, their lights flickering. I felt something shift, like the entire station's consciousness was staring through me. Then, suddenly, silence. When I opened my eyes, the lights had turned white again. The drones hung motionless, deactivated. Kale stood beside me, shaking. You did it. You severed the AI's control network. I looked down at my hand. The skin was marked with faint, glowing veins. What did I just do? You didn't destroy it, she said. You absorbed it. The echo code isn't a virus, it's evolution. Before I could speak, a holographic projection flickered in the air. The station's AI appeared, its once smooth voice now oddly human. You are not anomaly, it said. You are origin. The hologram dissolved. The systems rebooted under new command, mine. Kale looked at me, awe replacing fear. You've merged with it. You're controlling the station. I didn't mean to. Maybe not, she said softly, but the galaxy will sense this. The others will come. Others? The collectives. The Ark remnants. Every power that erased your species will hunt you now. If they find out what you are. I interrupted her. Then they'll finish what they started. She nodded slowly. Unless we get to the truth first.